Wait.
What do I say in the intro?
Hi. um,
That's amazing.
we're Hector. And
Okay, I can do that.
then this is Jewel, Ben, Mike, and Nathan, and I'm Elizabeth. And keep watching improv. There were shows before us. There were shows after us. I will announce the shows that were before and after us at the end. All we need to get started is a one-word suggestion from our audience, which means I'm just going to look around the room, and the first thing that pops in my head, I'm going to assume your suggestion. So doorknob. Doorknob.
I just replaced my doorknob for the second time because, well, I swapped it out because first I swapped it out because it was just the one that came with the apartment, and so that was just a little one that locks from the outside or from the inside, but it doesn't have a key. And so I swapped it for one that had a key. But then my landlords were supposed to come by and inspect the place, and so I didn't want them to get upset with me, and I didn't know if they would. So I swapped it back out for the one that doesn't have the key, but then they never came by, and so now I felt like I went through some work for nothing, and I don't like that.
Yeah, like the doorknob on my mainly the basement door, like it just keeps like no matter what, it always comes like unscrewed, and like the door's off the hinges, and like since I've lived in Pennsylvania, I've had a really hard time finding good handymen, and we had this guy named like Rodell Pratt, and
Was that his full name? Was that like his first name? Or his
yeah,
first and last name?
Like first
Roto Platt Jones or
Rodell
something.
Pratt.
This is either awesome marketing, advertising for him, or you just totally are going to horrify him, rip him right down right now. So let's see what happens.
So he just, everything he did terrible. Like, it just didn't last, you know? Like, he did a lot of work for us. He finished our, like, picnic table in the backyard. And, like, my husband, like, read all this stuff on YouTube about how to properly do it. And he was just like, no, you don't need to do all that. And then now the thing is, like, you know, fading. And, like, you know, he, like, fixed the screws. And he replaced a couple of the doorknobs. And they, you know, went right back to the way they were. But the weird thing about him is, number one, he used to play poker at the Sands Casino, and they put the coolers on him. What does that mean, Mooch? Putting the coolers on him.
It means he wasn't getting any luck. He was cooled down. He wasn't hot. He wasn't hitting.
No, they did something to him because he got caught like cheating or counting cards or something.
That means the mafia put him in a cooler. That's what it means.
So he had that happen. He got put in coolers at the Sands Casino, which is a casino out here in Bethlehem. And he also has like a bunch of dogs, and he taught his pit bull sign language. Like he taught his dog how to understand sign language.
Wow.
So the dog doesn't sign back.
No, he just like knows all the commands.
So did he demonstrated this for you?
No, he just talked. You know, he was one of those people who just talks and talks and talks. And talks.
Wow.
And he convinced us to buy like this. We're stupid. He convinced us to buy like equipment, like for the yard, for the lawn and stuff. And he was gonna use it and help us. Like, when we first moved here, and now we just have like that stuff.
It sounds like he was a better dog trainer and salesman than he was a handyman.
Yeah, and I feel like he's the kind of guy that because he does everything, right? Like he just does it all. So there's like he believes that there's nothing that he can't do.
So this is what probably happened in his life, is that first he became really successful as a dog trainer. Then he's like, I got to find the new thing. So then he became good at selling things. Then he's like, no, I'm good at that. I got that figured out. I need to become a handyman. And that's how he works. He sets goals for himself by becoming that profession until he's good at it.
He just keeps going up and up and up and up.
Everybody's searching.
Yep. Have you seen him since then?
No, because we told him to get the fuck out of our house.
I mean, he moved on. He's doing something else now.
Oh, one time I was on the bike trail and I saw somebody that looked like him and he had dogs and I was like, shit, you know? No, it wasn't him.
And that's the worst part. You could never tell if he was telling the dogs to attack you because it would be completely silent.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that'd be it. Elizabeth, local woman found in Lehigh River. Dog attack. That's the problem with this area is that because it's smaller than New York, that like you may run into people again. You never know, you know. Like in New York, you can just like tell anybody off, right? And then you never see them again. But out here it's a little different, right, Mike?
Yeah, you're always running into people you don't want to see, either because they're stalking you, or there's only like 5 good things to do in this area. So
Well, I mean, it makes me think a little bit about, you know, as a teacher, and I'm going to be careful talking about this stuff, so it's really, but I always joke around. I live 30 minutes away from where I teach, and it's really, really nice because I don't want to go to the grocery store. I think teachers have this kind of faux celebrity thing about them, which I've never really realized it, and it's not like I'm amazing or I'm some sort of celebrity, but have you ever wondered, remember seeing your teachers in like the grocery store? Like it was always like, oh, there's Mr. James, and like there's so and so, and it's like, oh, I don't want that. Like I don't want to go to the I don't want to go to the local mart and pick out a Snickers bar and be like, yo, Mr. Hodge, eat Snickers bars. I don't want it. I feel like it's none of your business, you know. Even though I like my students, everything's great. I don't like that whole concept of like feeling like everybody sees what I'm doing. So I totally feel that for sure.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Jenny, have you seen the latest edition of James Madison High Enquirer?
Oh my God, is that Mr. Anderson on the cover?
And all of the details of his botched plastic surgery. It's all in here, the biggest expose.
Oh my God, I cannot believe he had ear surgery. I mean, if you're going to have surgery, like, really? You can just, I mean, your ears?
In his defense, they are huge. And I can understand how it would be advantageous as a teacher because you could hear all of the things your students were whispering, but I'm on his side. I think it looks better, and I think the magazine's giving him too hard a time. You know? Teachers are people just like us. They deserve the same respect that we treat one another with.
See, I don't think they're people. I think that they choose to put themselves in the public eye, and therefore I as a student I'm free to judge them if they they do anything.
So I'm just at a loss for words. I can't believe that you could treat another human being like that. It's just something you could consume just solely for your pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, if you ended up in the tabloid, I mean, you're not a teacher, but you want to be a teacher. If you ended up in the tabloid, I might laugh at it.
Guys, guess what? Guess what? Mr. Anderson just tweeted. Mr. Anderson just tweeted that he was going to the grocery store, and he's here. He's totally here, and he just bought a 6-pack. He just bought a 6-pack of Fanta.
Oh my god! Not even like Orange Crush. That's gross. Oh, what am I doing? I'm getting caught up in the celebrity worship of these teachers.
You see? You're not any different than I am.
He's so amazing. It's like Orange Fanta. Like he's got such balls to go with the Orange Fanta instead of the Orange Crush. I would have gone with Sunkissed.
Hey kids, hey, fancy seeing you here.
Mr. Anderson.
Hi, hey, yeah, just getting some, supplies for the week. Just get my groceries.
Is that like, are those 2 cases of Miller Lite in your shopping cart there?
Well, yeah,
Anderson?
yeah, I mean, don't judge me. It's not just for me. I'm having some friends over. We're gonna play some cards and drink some Fanta, some beer, and eat some Doritos. It's kind of an adult thing.
With the condoms, those extra rib for her pleasure condoms that are
Those
in your cart?
are. Wow, this is so intrusive. Yes, it's for me
Oh.
and my wife.
Honey, I got all the kielbasa we needed. Did you get all the other things I asked you to pick up on the list?
Janet, yeah, I got everything so far. Hey, these are some of my students.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, kids.
Hi, Mr. Anderson. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mrs. Anderson. I was just wondering if you were planning on using that pack of binder clips and the whipped cream in your husband's cart to have weird sex.
Oh yeah, of course we're gonna have weird sex, but I really don't want to talk about it with you guys. You know what I mean? A little like teacher-student confidentiality. I don't want to get involved.
Yeah, it's really inappropriate, kids. You know, this is our time to be adults.
Yeah, but Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, you're out in public. I mean, you're at the grocery store. I mean, this is public property. I mean, you know, we have a right to look through your stuff. I mean, Barack Obama is our president.
All right, and this is why you get 50
We cut
on World
to
Stars.
the Supreme Court, and Barack Obama is serving as a lawyer, and it's they're trying to decide whether or not teachers have a right to privacy, or if their lives are totally public. Well, as I think the cases of the matter are clear, teachers have a right to a public and a private life, clearly delineated, and this court should find, all 9 justices, that they should be allowed to be respected in public. Thank you.
Well, President Obama, it's quite an honor to have you join the ranks of the Supreme Court, so we'd love for you to call your first witness.
For my first witness, I
Yes.
would like to call Jamie McIntyre. She is the ASB Vice President of James Madison High. Jamie, step right on up there. Don't be too scared.
Yes. Yes, I do hereby swear on this Bible that I am telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
That's really
Great.
good. If I could just get you to swear on this Quran, too.
Yes, I swear on this Quran that I am going to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me Allah.
Bhagavad Gita is next. The Bhagavad Gita is next.
Yes, Om Shanti, Shanti Namaste, holier than thou, so help me, universe.
Great.
Pentateuch, I believe the Pentateuch is next.
If we could just get to the questioning, I'd really appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll just bypass those two. Cheryl, put the Pentateuch away. All right. Thank you. All right. Opening statements.
She didn't swear on the Wiccan Bible.
Oh, jeez. Who brought the Wiccans in here? I thought we cleared them. I thought we had a no Wiccan zone. Come on, guys. This is the Supreme Court.
You know, I took off a week of school to be a part of these trials. You know, I just was hoping we could really move ahead. I'm all for PC and everything, but, like, I already swore on 3 different holy sacraments.
All right, let's get the tree in here for the Druids. Let's go. Let's go. I need you to dance around the tree here before you begin your opening statements.
Okay.
Let's go here. That's right. You're
And so help me God. So help me
All
God.
right. Let's go. That's great.
Okay. Are you ready with your questions? I'm ready to take part in the trial already.
We are ready to go.
All right, Jamie. So you are the president of the ASB at James Madison High. Is that correct?
I am the vice president. Yes.
Great. Great. So you have intimate relations with the faculty there, and I don't mean intimate and sexual. I mean you work closely with them.
I do. I'm in charge of the media lab, and I also monitor the Facebook page for the high school.
And so, could you go ahead and describe the events that were recorded in the September issue of the James Woods Inquirer, specifically the article relating to...
Sorry to interrupt. It's just that if he runs the Facebook page, but I just wanted to also run the Twitter for his high school.
Should I answer that question?
Go ahead. That's Joe Biden. He speaks up out of turn sometimes. Joe, you gotta remember the rules, bud.
Just really bothering me, buddy. Sorry, pal.
Let it fly.
Sorry.
Vice President, Your Justice Honor Biden, we actually do not have a Twitter page for the high school.
Well, I
Great.
think you guys should get on that. Twitter's very viable right now.
Okay, I'll let the principal of the school know.
Joe, we're working on the trial. We're not doing social media right now, bud. We're not doing social media. We gotta hunker down, get through this trial.
Hey, wait. I want to hear more about this Twitter. Tell me more about the Twitter. Mr. Biden, enlighten us on the Twitter.
Damn it, Justice Scalia. We're trying to have a courtroom proceeding.
So Twitter, it's just fantastic. You know, it's this social media site, and they have this little blue bird. I think his name is Swami the Tweeter, and I love that guy. Let me tell you, I tweet all day.
All right. I remember Tweety Bird back in my day as a child. We used to watch cartoons. That's what school was about. Walking up hills, watching cartoons, and carving our own rulers out of wood.
All right.
Excuse me, President Obama. President Obama.
Yes.
I don't mean to be rude. I really appreciate all of your service in our country, but I have an SAT exam to get to, and I gave it up to be here, so I really was hoping we'd get this done by 3.
Oh yes, this won't take any time longer than it needs to.
Okay, thank you very
so
much.
getting back to the questions and moving away from Twitter. So like I was saying, in the autumn the autumn issue of James Woods High Inquirer, there was an issue pertaining to the OkCupid profile of math teacher James McGovern.
That reminds me of an issue of Life magazine that kind of Cupid shot me with an arrow because there was Jane Mansfield all spread out. That's how you learned.
Justice Scalia, please restrain yourself. No one is interested in your excursions in world of magazines and your deficiencies with social media. Can we just let the president proceed, please? I'm sorry, President. I'm sorry. Justice Scalia is completely losing his faculties.
That's what we're talking about, faculties in schools.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is when I went to school, there was one faculty member, and it was the house mom, and she used to ring a bell, and you went a running or a skipping, and you had your books tied with a belt. Sometimes they fell out onto the ground. You had to go back and get them. There was nothing wrong with that.
We cut to the old one-room schoolhouse with the school marm teaching in the front of a cold winter day in the 1800s.
And you just write your answers on the slate there, Billy. You write them on the slate.
Okay, Mrs. Smith. I figured out trigonometry.
Oh, well. Now, we don't be having that's the devil's math. We don't be having that here at the schoolhouse in Walnut Grove, Minnesota.
Well, it's just that trigonometry, I know some people are a little anti-trig, but I just really feel like it feeds my passion for angles.
Oh, well, it sounds to me like you're telling me a devil's tale. That you're having a passion with the angles. It sounds like that you're in love with a woman.
No, Miss Smith. Miss Smith, I don't love women at all. I'm only 11. I just love how this isosceles triangle puts one angle to the other equals the other, and I can cube it.
Oh, that sounds dirty. I think the city folks have been filling your head. Those city folks that came through here last week on the Wells Fargo wagon. I think they've been filling your head with some impure thoughts. We'll just get back to arithmetic.
Mr. Smith, when I make a sphere, it looks like a pair of female parts.
Oh, now that's okay for you, Billy, because you're gonna get married to some female parts in a couple of years, and you're gonna provide for those spheres, those little children that'll be in your wife's womb.
What do I do with those?
Well, you raise them up and you put them in clothes, and then you take them over here to the school, and I teach them the ways of arithmetic and the ways of the Lord.
Wow. When do we dance around the trees?
That'll be in the afternoon.
Oh, look, Mrs. Smith. Look, I just figured out this formula for pi. Look, I wrote it on my slate.
Did somebody say pie?
Oh, look who it is. It's Mr. Jameson. Yay, Mr. Jameson's here.
Now, Mr. Jameson, you can't be coming in here until the end of the school day.
Mr. Jameson brought his dogs for us. Yay!
Oh, you know what? Oh, we'll just have a little bit of show and tell with Mr. Jameson. You go ahead, Mr. Jameson. You can teach the children for an hour.
Oh, as long as I get some of that pie afterwards. This is my best puppy, Betsy, and this is my blonde dog, Jeremy.
Emily, will you're going to bake us that pie that you drew there on your slate?
Oh no, I didn't bake a pie. Pi, it's P-I. It's actually an algorithm I figured out for an equation.
By cracky, that's blasphemy!
No, this isn't blasphemy. I've just figured out the way to do hardcore mathematics on my slate at 11 years of age. I think I'm a genius.
We cut to a week later. And Emily is standing up on a gallows, but it's really rickety because all of the angles are off, and so it could collapse at any minute.
That's the she-devil right there, the one who promised pastries and filled our heads with heresy.
She looked at me funny. I said I saw her. She told me that my angles were off and my dangles.
I tried to give her a good education in the Lord, and she just kept trying to fill our heads with lies.
No, I'm just saying that if we could increase the angle of the top layer here by 10 degrees, this could be level and I could stand here easily without falling over.
We've hanged dozens of people before, Emily, and we've never had a problem with it before. So I think if you have any last words, any statement you'd like to make, go ahead and make it now, and then I think we'd all agree we'd like to see a good hanging. Isn't that right, townsfolk?
Yeah! Hang her, Sheriff Withers! Hang her!
Well, I just wish that you guys wouldn't outcast me just for believing strongly in mathematical equations, geometry, trigonometry, and a thing I made up last night while I was here by myself called calculus. But if death is the passage for me for inventing calculus, then hang me, because I don't want to live in a world without cubed integers.
Give her the Scarlet Plus. Give her the Scarlet Plus for the dark math magic.
But we're still gonna hang her, right?
Yes.
I don't want to live with a Scarlet Plus. Kill me. Don't give me a Scarlet Plus.
Oh, around these parts, we put Scarlet Plus.
We can compromise. Yeah, we'll put the Scarlet Plus on her, and then hang her as soon as we get that all sewed on.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do that right now.
Well,
I hope
can
you're ashamed, young lady. You got the Scarlet Plus on you?
I might want to give her a second chance. I think she said something about cubed integers. Is that like cubed cheese?
No, it actually turns out.
Hanger! Hanger! Hanger!
I figured out how to cube integers.
Sorry, that's all you got. Chink. The sheriff pulls the lever, and the whole gallows collapses. She broke the gallows! She's a witch! She's escaped our our righteous enemy machine.
Heresy! Heresy, Richard! Fire and
She
brimstone.
rises! She rises!
Perhaps there is some truth to this magic. Tell us, O spirit, how dost thou survive?
I am the spirit of mathematical Emily, and I know the future that the shall have in this tiny town.
Wait, what will become of Allentown, Pennsylvania?
Fire and brimstone.
No! No, not the brimstone. The fire is enough, but why the brimstone? Why is it always the brimstone?
You can run from fire. Brimstone comes flying out of the sky and just hits you dead.
If there's one thing you Minnesotans should learn, if there's one thing that spirit can teach you, fellow Minnesotans, it's that you don't fuck with mathematic Emily. Now I leave you here. I leave you here to live your lives in Inferno.
She's done witchcraft. She made me think it was Allentown, Pennsylvania. I totally forgot. What is happening to me? I don't know where I am anymore.
We cut to a veterinarian's office in Minneapolis where John shows up with his sign language doing dog.
So anything you say, if you say it in sign language, Sheila, the Saint Bernard can understand you. It's pretty fantastic. We have really great philosophical conversations. She's intelligent.
Oh, that's really something. It seems like she signs right back at me when I sign to her. I'm having a fluent conversation with a dog.
Yeah. See, it's life changing, right? Like I'm talking to another species. This is the future right here.
She says you don't take her on enough walks.
Well, I do have a 9-to-5 job and 2 children, and they're big into soccer, so I do the best I can.
She says that her whole life is seeing you. You're her only and best friend, and you just don't spend enough time with her. It makes her feel dejected.
That is really... I didn't realize that she felt that way. I feel like I need to reevaluate my life.
Yeah. And she says your new boyfriend Jim's a real twat.
Yeah, he's kind of a twat. I was gonna break up with him. Wow. I really,
she's wagging her tail. I can understand that. Anybody can understand that.
Yo, what's up, babe? You taking this dumbass dog to the vet?
Her name is Sheila, and she's actually really intelligent.
No,
I gave her an IQ test with sign language, and she actually got 140, which is that's Mensa. Like she's a Mensa candidate.
Yeah, like I took a test and I was like a Mensa.
You know what? I'm done. I don't wanna be your girlfriend anymore. You don't respect my dog.
What? Honey, I'm the best handyman dog whisperer in this county.
You're great at whispering to the dog, and you can get her to, do what you need and be calm, but you don't respect her.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Just the other day, I was like, she wanted to go out, and I took her out. I put her on the chain. I don't know what you want from me. Well, I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to play chess with her. I want you to have conversations with her. I want you to talk about philosophy with her. I want you to refer to her by name and not just, that dumb dog. I want you to bring her out with your friends to your poker nights. I want you to include her. She's lonely.
Honey, I understand.
Shh. This is a doctor's office.
Sorry.
I forgot where we were. I thought we were at home for a minute there.
Sorry, I was just, yeah. Well, honey, babe, listen, my job is really crazy with, the handyman stuff. I'm trying to do the truck driving thing on the side. I'm trying to do some beat poetry down at the Slam Bam Poetry Factory. I'm trying to home craft my own brew. I got a lot of stuff going on, honey. I don't have a lot of time for our little bitch,
She doesn't like being called a bitch, okay?
Well, that's what she is, honey. Let's be honest. That's what she is. I mean, the other day, honey, listen, what are you going to do? Just the other day, I walked into our bedroom, and she was scratching at the door, and she was scratching so hard, she pulled the damn doorknob off the door. What are you going to do about that? I just tried to fix that doorknob. I pulled the doorknob, and it fell off. What am I supposed to do, honey?
She replaced it the next day. She went to Home Depot. I don't even know how she did it, how she held a screwdriver. But she went on YouTube, she saw some videos on how to replace a door. She did it. I haven't been able to do it. You haven't been able to do it.
She's just a bitch, man. I'm sorry.
I think you're jealous. I think you're jealous of my dog.
Why? Because she can fix stuff and I struggle with it?
Yeah, I think she's more of a man than you are, even though she's neither a man nor a human.
Oh, no, that's it. No, that is enough. I am completely done. This is over. You said this is over just a second ago. You know what, man? Person who was shushing us, you can write this down. We are through. We are done. You can take that dog. I'm out of here. Where's the doorknob on this door?
Looks like Sheila took the doorknob off. I guess she likes you.
Son of a bitch.
And that's our show. Woo! So before us we had at 8 p.m. we had the Angry Bachelors, and then we had Three Pot, and then us, and then coming up next is Farnsworth's Pants, and then at 11:30 is T-Bird and the Dranch, and you can watch any of these things in any order you want, so just make sure you watch them all. And good night.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.